Well, hello and welcome to all of our viewers around the world. I'm Fiona Lang Sharp, IBCLC Director of Communications and MC here at Gold Learning. Well, welcome back to all of you. As you know, we've been talking about our upcoming GOLD Lactation Online Conference 2022. And I have another guest here with me today. We've just been getting to know each other, getting ready for this amazing recording. This is Courtney Polk, and I can't wait to introduce her more to you in just a moment. But let's just remind everybody, Courtney, that the conference is coming up right away. And we're so excited about it. It actually begins on April 4th. So if you're just tuning in now, we're just a few days ahead of that. But of course, there's always going to be plenty of time for you to join at this conference. It's really easy as well. You can go to our website right now, goldlactation.com. All the details are on there. And we can't wait for you to join us to be part of it. A quick reminder about those dates as well. So April 4th is going to be our opening keynote. That's going to be a free and open access presentation by Melissa Cole. And you can also listen to her interview too that we did with her. It's on YouTube already. So go ahead and listen because you'll get some insight into what's happening there. But of course, the key thing is that is a free and open access. You do need to register for it, but it's super easy. You just go to our website, goldlactation.com, and register for it. All right, enough about what's happening. Let's get into our special guest here today. Welcome, Courtney. It is so good to have you here at Gold Lactation.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're so excited. And of course, this is such a great topic. I know you've had some colleagues speak this year too, which has been fabulous. Everyone's been talking about Courtney coming in. So I'm finally I get to meet you here online, which is fabulous. So Courtney, why don't you actually share a little bit about yourself? Tell folks where you are in the world. Of course, remember, this is our international audience, but perhaps you can just, share a little bit about where you are and tell them what you do.
Yes. So again, thank you so much for having me. Yes, I am Courtney Polk. I am originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I've been here in Dallas, Texas for about 12 years now. So this is home. I live here with my husband and two children. They are 7. Actually, my son's going to be 8 next week, and then my daughter is 5. So we are definitely busy with the two kiddos and all their activities and stuff they have going on. Professionally, I've been a nurse since 2006. I went to nursing school only to be a labor and delivery nurse. Like, I knew that as a child. That's all I ever wanted to do. That was my dream job. And it was for a really long time. I think I was a labor and delivery nurse for about 8 years before I had my son. And once I actually got to take a baby home for myself and experience breastfeeding, it was like, whoa, it was a whole new world for me. It was a whole new passion for me. I struggled a lot in the beginning, but I, sought out a lactation consultant, and we worked through our issues, and breastfeeding was really enjoyable. It was amazing. Of course, not in the beginning when I was struggling, but I am forever grateful for the support that I had to keep going and to, make it all work, because it truly did spark my passion to help other families, get that same success, or, whatever success means for them. I nursed both of my children for 2 years each. When you're in the middle of it, it's, counting down the days, right? But now that they are no longer needing me in that way, I'm just like, oh, I miss it. I am a private practice lactation consultant. I became board certified in 2015. So what is that, 7 years now, almost 7 years. I've been doing this work. I worked in the hospital in lactation for a little bit, but I really wanted to get out in the community, because lactation in the hospital, although necessary, it's only just a small little window. You got like 1 or 2 days, 3 days maybe with these families. But I really wanted to help people beyond that, because that's where I needed the most help and support. So I've been doing private practice for a while now, and I absolutely love it. And just seeing the light bulb go off, just seeing the success, getting back the thank yous. It really does make this work just enjoyable and fulfilling. And, it definitely gets me out of bed every day.
For sure. For sure. Well, I mean, what a career you've had, Courtney. I mean, all the things that you wanted to achieve, and then some things come along in our lives and it changes the trajectory,
Yes.
right? And
And I'm
so,
still fascinated by pregnancy and birth and
yeah.
labor and delivery. Like that is still, I was just telling my friends the other day, like I have really been fortunate to find my passion and to be
Mm,
able to have a career and make money doing it, right?
hmm.
So many people get stuck in jobs that they don't really want to do. But
Yeah.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would do this work for free. I
Oh,
just love it so much. I mean, I would work a 12-hour labor and delivery shift and then come
right.
home and watch, birth stories on TV. It's so fascinating to me. I
Yeah.
can't get enough of it.
Yeah. No, I love that about you. I think that's why I have this instant sort of connection with you working as a doula. And, and I'm not active working as a doula right now, but I love, talking to families prenatally before they've given birth so
Yes.
we can talk about setting them up so well. That's something that I really feel our field of lactation. I can just imagine, like, when you get to meet couples and they're prenatal, you probably have this little bit of glee about
Yes.
right? Because you can set them up because you know what it entails, what the labor and delivery part looks like. And of course it is hard. I mean, we all still really look forward to that day of giving birth, but it is a day. And then very quickly, like you said, in your experience, you get to bring the baby home. And,
Yes.
setting those families up, really well is one of my passions too. And I do glee in the fact that I'm able to do this still, with my very small practice. So yeah, it's just wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that you missed something in sharing with folks, but you're still the current president of the Dallas Lactation Consultant
Oh, yes.
Association. So let me just say that clearly in case you missed it. Courtney missed to tell us she is the current president of the Dallas Lactation Consultant Association. Well, what a great honor to have you here. I
Yes.
know what this entails. This is, you represent, I know this probably means that you're a huge advocate for others, peers around you. Have you been enjoying your time? I know it takes a lot of work, but has it been rewarding for you?
Oh, absolutely. I get to spend time with other people in my profession, other people that work with these families. Um, a big part of our chapter is education. So, not
Mm-hmm.
only just for private practice lactation consultants, but hospital lactation consultants are part of Dallas Lactation Consultant
Nice.
Association as well. So, we all get to come together and review webinars and learn from each other what works, what's going on in the community, where we can outreach
Right.
more, or what's working well. So yeah, it is some work involved, of course, but again, it's really enjoyable because I get to hang out with my friends and talk about breastfeeding.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So those jobs, I think, when people, I mean, it's such a wonderful thing. You are a mentor in your community, but, for folks listening in right now, if you're thinking about, what this might look like for somebody, and it's another way that we advocate for ourselves and the profession, and, it all trickles down. So if you haven't been on board with an organization, look in your local area. That's what I tell people to do all the time, because supporting your local area is just
Yes,
so
get
important too.
involved, get
Get
involved. It's a
involved,
great way to
right?
meet people and network and
Yes,
just affect
networking, right?
change.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is hard. Sometimes we feel isolated in this job, right? And we're trying to figure out if we're in private practice or even if we're working in the hospital. Sometimes it depends on where you are, and it can be isolating, especially if you're very
Yes.
passionate, which we tend to be, right? We are
Right.
the folks that are very passionate. All right. Well, let's get into this topic because listen, Courtney, this to me, is a huge topic. I don't know how you're going to do this in an hour. I mean, we're probably going to have to sit with you longer. I'm just saying. So let me tell you what Courtney's talking about. It's donor milk. Okay. Huge topic. Is it scarce or a secret? Okay. So that's what the topic is. Ooh, it sounds very intriguing, Courtney, but
Yeah.
tell me first, okay, why this topic? So why the drive to talk about this topic?
Yeah. So, as a lactation consultant in the hospital and in private practice, later on as these babies get a little bit older, um, unfortunately, I don't say unfortunately, but fortunately and unfortunately, sometimes babies need a little bit extra. They need to be
Mm-hmm.
supplemented. Babies in the NICU, especially those babies in the NICU, need donor human milk. They need human milk versus formula.
Mm-hmm.
And so, working with families that had low supply or just for whatever reason needed to supplement their babies, they really wanted breastfeeding to work. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
breastfeed. I just want to breastfeed. But we have to get over this little hurdle first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so donor milk, I mean, obviously it's always an option, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times they don't even know it exists.
Right.
They don't know where to get it.
Mm-hmm.
What is it safe? Is it, what is this? And so I happened to go to a conference a couple years ago, and one of the representatives from the local milk bank here in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas was there. And so I'm like, oh, yay, somebody from Dallas. Let me go talk to them.
Yeah.
And so just so happened they were kind of researching how to open up some dispensaries because the
Mm-hmm.
milk bank is located in Fort Worth, Texas, but
Right.
they serve families from all over the DFW Metroplex, which is a huge area. And
Mm-hmm.
so they were looking for more ways to make it more accessible. How can we get it out in the community? And so,
Mm-hmm.
perfect answer was to set up a milk dispensary. So
Mm-hmm.
I partnered with them to open a milk dispensary in Dallas
Wow.
where these families could still get pre-screened milk
Sure.
and be able to supplement their babies while they are also working on overcoming whatever issues that they are
Mm-hmm.
experiencing. So donor milk kind of became, again, another passion because I want, every family that needs a little bit extra to be able to have it. It's so
Right.
important. And not just for the families that need to have it, but to get the word out that this is a thing.
Right.
I tease my friend to this day. Her son is 13, but
Mm-hmm.
when she was pumping and breastfeeding, she got some bad advice and was told not to breastfeed. And so all the milk she had pumped, she just dumped it down the drain.
Oh, break
And
my
so,
heart.
she didn't talk to me first, which is
Yeah.
why I still like, but, so had she talked to me first, I would have for sure told her about,
Right.
you can donate that milk. You can become a
Right.
milk donor. And so I think it's so important that we get the word out about milk donation, not just when
Mm,
you need it, but also
right.
that you can be a donor and that's
Yeah.
really the basis of my presentation. Is it really scarce? There can be a shortage of donors, there can be a shortage of milk, but
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a secret, right? Not many people know about it.
No, no, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, this is just, I think, perfect. I mean, perfect timing in a lot of ways because we are seeing more and more people talk about it, but the accessibility still seems to be somewhat limited. And
Yes.
so, yeah, I'm very excited to hear about your experiences, even in, those dispensaries, because I think those are limitations. I'm like, okay, well, there's a milk bank, but it's 300 miles away, and we should have more dispensaries here. And why is it that I hear from clients in the NICU, for example, that they don't have any milk? I'm like, how is this
Right.
possible today?
Right.
So yeah, we need to do some things about that, Courtney. Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be great. So if you're tuning in right now, Courtney's going to be talking about this donor milk. Is it scarce or a secret? Bring your experiences, tell us and share with us in the forums, about what's happening in your area or,
Yeah.
again, Courtney's going to be there after the presentation. So you'll be able to listen to the presentation and then ask her questions if you have any. We're always open. We're collaborating here, right? That's what we love.
Yeah.
Just as much as we love to do it in our own communities, we're going to collaborate here at Gold Lactation as well. So, and I want to mention that Courtney is going to be part of our very special add-on package, which is called Parent-Centered Lactation Care Package. So this very unique package, of course, is all about parent-centered care, and you'll be able to add it on if you're already registered for the conference. All right. So it's an easy add-on. We always have these lovely packages. It just means that you're really going to be able to dive deep into these topics. And that's why we have these lovely folks, just like Courtney, coming to
Yeah.
our lactation conference, because they have these very unique, specific perspectives in this area. So again, thank you so much, Courtney. It's just, this information is going to be so invaluable to so many people.
For sure.
I can't wait to listen to the recording as well. So thank you again for
Yeah.
joining me here today.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you heard it first here. Don't forget to come and meet us online, goldlactation.com, with Courtney Polk. She's going to be here talking about donor milk. Is it scarce or a secret, as part of that parent-centered lactation care package? We'll look forward to seeing everyone online. Bye-bye for now, everyone.